There's a strange thing your body does every single time you try it. You take your own finger, run it along the bottom of your foot or under your arm, expecting that same explosion of laughter you get when someone else does it. And nothing happens. Maybe a small twitch, a faint sensation, but never that uncontrollable, breathless reaction you get from someone else's hands. This isn't random. It's not that you're bad at tickling yourself. It's that your brain is actively stopping you from feeling it. And the reason why reveals something fascinating about how your mind works every second of every day. To understand this, you first need to understand what tickling actually is at a biological level. There are two different types. One is called nasmesis, that light, crawling feeling you get from something faint brushing your skin, like a bug or a feather. The other is gargalesis, the intense, involuntary laughter you get from firmer pressure on specific spots, like your ribs or the soles of your feet. It's this second type, gargalesis, that completely disappears when you try to do it to yourself. The key to why lies in a part of your brain called the cerebellum, tucked at the base of your skull. Its job is to monitor movement, and more specifically, to predict the consequences of your own actions before they even happen. Every time you move your hand, your cerebellum sends out something scientists call an efference copy, essentially a preview of exactly what sensation that movement is about to produce. So when you move your finger toward your own ribs, your brain has already calculated, in advance, precisely how that touch is going to feel. It knows the timing, the pressure, the location, all before your finger even makes contact. And because your brain already knows exactly what's coming, there's no surprise left for it to react to. That surprise element turns out to be the entire point. Tickling, from an evolutionary standpoint, appears to be a built-in alarm system for unexpected contact on vulnerable parts of your body, places like your neck, your ribs, your underarms, and the soles of your feet, areas that happen to be closest to major arteries and vital organs. When something unpredictable touches those spots, your brain treats it as a potential threat, and the panic, laughter, and full-body flinch response is your nervous system's way of reacting fast to something it can't fully predict. When someone else tickles you, your cerebellum has no efference copy to work with. It doesn't know when the touch is coming, how hard it will be, or exactly where it will land next. That uncertainty is what generates the intense reaction. Remove the uncertainty, and you remove almost the entire sensation. There's an experiment that proves this beautifully. Researchers at University College London built a simple robotic device that let people trigger a tickling sensation on their own hand using a joystick. When there was zero delay between the person's action and the robot's touch, participants barely felt anything, just like tickling themselves normally. But when the researchers added a small delay, as little as 100 milliseconds, between the joystick movement and the touch, the sensation suddenly became far more ticklish. That tiny gap was enough to break the brain's perfect prediction, reintroducing just enough uncertainty to fool the system. This same mechanism explains something else you probably noticed. It's incredibly difficult to tickle yourself, but it's almost impossible to stop laughing when someone else does it, even if you're begging them to stop. Your rational mind knows exactly what's happening and where their hand is going next, yet your body still reacts as if it doesn't. That's because this prediction system doesn't live in the part of your brain responsible for conscious thought. It operates automatically, well below the level of decision-making, which is why willpower alone can't override it. There's also a theory that this response served a social purpose beyond just detecting danger. Tickling almost always happens between people who trust each other, parents and children, close friends, partners. Some researchers believe the laughter it produces may have evolved as a way to build bonds and signal safety, a shared physical experience that only works precisely because you can't produce it alone. It's a sensation that, by its very design, requires another person to exist at all. So the next time you try to tickle yourself and feel nothing but a faint, forgettable touch, you're not failing at some simple physical task. You're running directly into one of the most refined prediction systems your brain has. A system so good at anticipating your own actions that it can strip an entire sensation down to almost nothing. The very thing that makes you laugh uncontrollably in someone else's hands is the same thing your own brain has learned perfectly to see coming.